Hi ladies, Deborah Kagan here, your sensual lifestyle specialist, helping women like you rock their mojo in order to be more confident, self-assured, comfortable in their skin, and living a turned-on life. Now today I'm here to talk to you about new beginnings, fresh starts, cycles. See, as women, we have the advantage of being deeply connected to the cyclical nature of our lives. And that gives us a big leg up on being more aware of how to maximize the mojo flow from day to day and week to week. Today is actually the first new moon of 2015. Now, new moons are all about fresh starts, clearing the decks, beginnings. It's our monthly opportunity to plant seeds and start anew. And one of the things you might not know about me is that I read astrology charts, or birth charts as they're commonly known. I do this for my private clients because it lets you see what I call the blueprint of you. And when we know more about ourselves, our internal stellar operating system, well then we can have a much more profound sense of self-love. It's like this. When you recognize that you're hardwired to be connected to your inner nature, but you've been ignoring that side of yourself because you've been brought up to believe that logic and academics and cold hard facts are the measure for decision making in life, well, you pretty much shove your inner wisdom down a chute and hope it will stay there and not bother you ever again. Yet, there's been a constant nagging to pay attention to your inner wisdom, but you've continued to fight it year after year after year. And when you take a look through the lens of your unique birth chart based on your birthday, time, and location of birth, you now have evidence that you're actually wired to use your inner guidance. And having that knowledge frees up the psychic police from holding that part of yourself in shackles. You feel more confident and can move forward in your life with more certainty, listening to your inner guide. This is just one example. However, I share this with you because we all have our own unique celestial stamp. And while you don't need to live, breathe, and die by it, I do recommend you get acquainted with it. Which brings me back to the new moon. See, every month the date of the new moon will correspond with the sign of the zodiac that's associated with that calendar date. And if you know your birth chart, you'll be able to look at it and see what part of your chart the new moon will be illuminating. Now there's a lot more to share on that, but we can save it for a future video. Back to today and this new moon. Right now we are experiencing an Aquarian new moon. Now the new moon in Aquarius equals new social situations and a chance to evolve into something bigger than what you've thought about before. Each month on a new moon, you can apply the energy beaming down on you to all aspects of your life. You can think about what new beginnings you'd like in your career, your love life, your family, your health, etc. And you don't need to know how this new sense of evolution in your life will happen. You only need to be willing to open up to it and act upon it. The other thing that's specific to this time is that the sky is actually dark during a new moon, right? We're not able to see the moon in the night sky. It's as though she's missing, right? It's common to hear that during these new moons, times can feel a little gloomy. You might feel somewhat internal and maybe even slightly depressed. But if you could notice that that happens to you, I encourage you to take a new perspective. The sky may look dark, yet the moon's still there, right? She's simply just shining her light someplace else. So therefore, she's still present. She's in the sky. She is part of our life. She's simply showing us a blank slate to create the next beautiful phase of our lives. So if you remember this, it can support you in remembering the fact that whatever you want or seek is always there. It merely may appear to be missing. Now, in honor of this new moon in the forward-thinking Aquarius, I want you to claim this new vision. Let this mindset mojo become a part of you and your cycles. So here are a few new moon rituals for you to add into your box of mojo tools. Tip number 1, illuminate. Get a candle. Could be a special one or a lovely candle holder that you put a tea light in and use for your new moon rituals. Take a moment to then center yourself by deep breathing into your power center. Once you feel like you're in your body, ask yourself, what are you choosing to plant on this new moon? Write it down and then light your candle. Tip number 2, plant. This is where you can literally plant your intentions. First, you'll need some birdseed or a small stone that's a symbolic one for you. And again, you'll want to center yourself with some deep breathing and focus on what you are creating in your life. As you do this, hold the stone or a small handful of the birdseed and channel your vision into it. When you feel complete, take the stone or the seed and then plant it somewhere outside near your front door as a symbolic gesture to welcome it into your home. Tip number 3, tidy up. Just like the new moon creates a clean canvas in the sky for us to plant a new picture in our lives, so must we do the same in our environments. Our homes are the incubator of our lives. So make sure you clean up, dust, vacuum, and prepare your space to cultivate your desires. So Mojalicious one, which of these tips will you incorporate on this delicious new moon, new beginning? Leave me a comment below and make sure to share this video with all the women that you love. Because when you connect to your mojo and the tools to cultivate it, well, you are at that point, as I like to say, totally Mojalicious. And I am on a mission to see every woman rock her mojo. Until next time, ladies, get out there and knock 'em alive.
Got my mojo.